Creativity to the table. Hard man to handle here.
Well, he's been outstanding, hasn't he? He's taken his goals so well, but it's everything about his play that's quality. Wouldn't surprise me if he gets his hat-trick in the second half.
So back underway, and an intriguing second half in prospect. Cucurella. And Chelsea moving the ball forward. What can they do from here? It's looking promising. Opportunity. Oh, a goal! They've done it! Quite the comeback, this!
Well, this is great. I really like the way he slipped past his marker here. And then it's really good centre-forward play, isn't it? Holds off the defender who's putting a lot of pressure on him. And then he just keeps his cool to finish well.
Brian Cristante. Well, the timing was perfect. Ball one. That's a good-looking pass. Gorgeous ball from Dybala. Nice looking move. And a goal it is to put them in front again. No less than they deserve.
Well, the move was all about the lightning pace of the break. They burst out from the back so quickly. And then he's through on goal. No hesitation at all. Just puts his foot through it. Rifles it past the keeper. It's a cracking finish.
And Roma with the ball once more. And Chelsea looking dangerous. Oh, to level the match. There's the chip. Oh, football finesse at its very best. You can't argue with that finish.
Well, if we watch this again, it's such a clever finish. He has so many other options, but he chooses the right one. The goalkeeper can't do anything about it. What a goal.
Angelino. And very nicely positioned to win it back. Liam Delap. It's with Dybala. Roma couldn't keep the ball. Could catch them on the break. But they took care of the situation defensively. Mehmet Zeki Çelik. Here's Cristante. Can he find the right pass? Can he put them in front? Yes is the emphatic answer. And you have to say it was on the cards. And I must say, I'd have to go back quite a few years to remember the last time I covered a game with a scoreline of 5-4. Fernandes. James. Now Chelsea in a position of menace. This could be the equaliser. In it goes! To square the game! What a contest this is turning out to be! So they get the ball rolling again. This has been a terrific contest to watch. Mancini. And now with Angelino. Daniel Malen. It's with Celik. Well, the threat could be there. Oh, big opportunity. Well, couldn't bend his run, and the flag went up. James. Neto. Could be troublesome to put them ahead. And he's only gone and made it a hat-trick. Absolutely unplayable today. What a performance.
Well, we can take another look at this again, and it all starts with the ball over the top, which gets them in behind. And once it falls to him like that, it's a routine finish. Cool and clinical.
Angelino. Pellegrini. Well, we have 20 minutes left in this game. Will it happen for them? Can he deliver? And a goal! Another one! Two in quick succession. No wonder they're celebrating. So on with the game, and I'll tell you what, I'm not sure we could be entertained anymore. And a lot to like about this attack. And credit is due for that good piece of defending. Enzo Fernandez. Happy to shoot, and a solid stop there. Who's going to get on the end of it? Well, the keeper made that look relatively easy. In truth, it wasn't.
This has been comfortable, hasn't it?
Oh, Sue, a chance. In it goes! A 3-goal cushion. This is astonishing stuff.
Well, here we can see it again, and it's a really cool finish. He didn't overthink it, just made his mind up and slotted it home.
So the action underway again, and it's turning into a trouncing with Chelsea holding all the aces. Trying to open them up. And a relatively straightforward save for the keeper. Dybala. Excellent vision. And that is offside. Ten minutes to go then. That's a well-struck pass. That's a lovely ball. Well, it was caught nicely enough, but the fact of the matter is it wasn't on target. Chelsea couldn't keep it. And teammates around him. And let's give credit to the defending. Takes it on. Keeper had it covered. The delivery courtesy of Dybala. Struggling to get it away. And Chelsea with the ball again. Now counter-attacking possibilities. Untidy little passage in midfield there.
Yeah, there's not much space. They just can't keep it. They just need to be more precise in their passing.
Read it well. Dybala. Malen. Real chance. And a good challenge to bring that attack to an end. Oh, good vision. Well, there is a very alert goalkeeper for you. Fernandes. Sloppy in possession from Roma. And he has options available. He'll try his luck here. But the goalkeeper didn't have to work. And that will be all for this game anyway. And defeat for the visitors, much to the disappointment of their supporters.
Well, sometimes you finish the game and think, how on earth have we not got something from this? And they'll certainly be thinking that. They played well on the whole, but haven't got anything to show for it in the end.
A riveting friendly coming up. One that will offer plenty of insight into the tactical thinking of the two coaches. As a spectacle, it should be highly enlightening. Hello everyone, great to be with you from Stamford Bridge. I'm Derek Ray, ready to bring you match commentary, and alongside me is Stuart Robson. And without doubt, a match with the potential to bring genuine excitement. Tell us about your pre-match thoughts.
Confidence plays such a major part in football, and after that last display they should be full of it, because that was a really vibrant performance. I expect them to win this one as well.
Angelino. Brian Cristante. And this is how it looks for Chelsea. Cucurella starts with Reece James in the fullback positions, and they line up with just the one striker looking to do a bit of damage. And here's the Roma starting 11. Gianluca Mancini plays alongside Evan Ndika in central defence. Lorenzo Pellegrini plays alongside Brian Cristante in central midfield. And the tactical configuration has two players in attack from the very outset. Oh, dealt with by the goalkeeper. And support available. He fancies it. Oh, that surely had to go in, but marvellous defending. Could cross it in here. Well, they stopped them in their tracks. Dovbyk. Nice looking move this. Real chance. And a goal! Not bad for starters. They take an early lead.
Well, we won't get tired of watching this, because the interplay around the box is wonderful. And then through on goal, he just goes for power and smashes it past the keeper. There's no stopping that. What a great finish.
James. That's a good-looking ball. Oh, just mistimed it. And the flag going up. Brian Cristante. Smart defending. Oh, to level the match. Oh, that is marvellous goalkeeping.
Well, he's an imposing figure in those situations. That's a great save.
Well, he'll be a bit deflated following that effort, but he was being tightly marked. Artem Dovbyk. Malin. Oh, might be. And it's gone in. The team's separated by 2 goals now. You cannot say they don't deserve it.
Well, here's the replay, and he shows great awareness to play this through ball. But there's still plenty for him to do. Under all sorts of pressure from the defender, he's just able to keep him at bay and finishes with aplomb. It's a great goal.
Attacking possibilities for Chelsea. Decent looking pass. And the ball back with Roma now. Well, that takes the wind out of their sails. Great defending. Well, the defenders know they need to get tighter. Can't really allow runs like that. Showing a great defensive instinct. Joao Pedro. Dovbik. And unfortunately for him, he had worked his way into an offside position.
And I think everybody in the ground could see that was always going to be offside.
And successfully cut out. Now, can they hit them on the counter? Oh, he's lost possession of the ball. Oh, yes, what a pass. And the decision is one of offside here. That's a good-looking pass. And opting for power over placement, but not the desired result. What can Chelsea do from this position? Well, the keeper ultimately resolved the situation. Pellegrini. Oh, that's a clever ball. He read the situation defensively and did his job. And they know they need to stop him. Well, through it goes, but that's not going to trouble the defenders.
Yeah, right idea, just the wrong execution.
In a decent position now. Could be dangerous. That is a very fine challenge in difficult circumstances. Cole Palmer. Trevor Chalobah. Attacking with vigour. And he's gone into an illegal position, unfortunately. And there to intervene. Well, sloppy from both sides, you have to say. Well, this could really help the cause. Now the quick counter-attack could be on. And he's through here. And a goal! What a magnificent display! It's such a one-sided contest here.
Well, here's the goal again, and it's a great ball to put him through. Good vision to set up the chance, and once he gets onto it, he just smashes it past the keeper with great technique. What an emphatic finish that is.
Adarabioyo. On to Caicedo. Delap. Still seeking space. Teammates available. Not a stoppage time situation. Will it go in? And a goal it is. But offside is the verdict.
Well, it's a good finish, but he was just offside. Great decision by the assistant.
And so the first half draws to a close here in West London. We normally expect to see excellence from Cole Palmer, but not so much in this game so far.
Well, I have to say he's working hard to turn things around, but it's just not happening for him. He's so frustrated.
Well, away they go again, and there can be no denying it. A huge gulf between the teams in the first half. Will we see a response from Chelsea in the second 45? Good work from Roma to win the ball back. Needs composure. And suddenly on the front foot. Well, the threat could be there. Malin. Oh, might be. A goal! An exceptional performance, this. 4 to the good now.
Well, here it is again, and it's a superbly weighted through ball to break that defensive line. And the finish is clinical. He just makes it look so easy, doesn't he?
Caicedo. Oh, great save! Who's going to get on the end of it? And miles off target with the header, but in fairness, the marking was tight. Well, that attack collapsed completely.
Well, no way through there.
Excellent vision from Dybala. Oh, he wasn't necessarily favourite to win that challenge. And making his move inside. And look at this! Oh yes, a goal! Exactly what they were looking for, and he's come up with it.
Well, let's look at this again. To pick out this pass shows wonderful vision. It's inch perfect, and the timing of the run is just as good. As for the finish, it was never in doubt.
Good ball to switch the play. Brian Cristante. Malin with it. Take it away. Pedro Neto. And teammates around him. Vital intervention. Well, that's how to keep the opposition at bay. Pellegrini. He's in behind. A goal! And I'll tell you what, on this sort of form, very few would lay a glove on them.
Well, we can take another look now. It's great interplay between the two of them to start the move off. And this is Dybala at his best. He's composed, he shows great technique, and he just smashes it beyond the goalkeeper. It's a really good goal.
Given away by Chelsea, and tremendous individual skill.
Yeah, beat his man brilliantly there.
Chelsea struggling to keep the ball. Dybala. Threads it nicely. A goal! We're really being spoiled. This is attacking football at its assist.
Well, it's great awareness of space in the box, and then he shows a lot of composure with the finish. That's a clever goal.
Cucurella. Now with Delap. Chalobah. Delap. Neto.
This is a message for all away supporters. Can you please remain seated?
Real chance. And that'll be the goalkeeper's ball. Well, we have 20 minutes left in this game. And the challenge halts them in their tracks. And he has options available. Well, not great defending. Chelsea recovering possession well. Caicedo. Very quick thinking there. Counter-attacking possibilities. Determined to keep moving. Good ball over the top. And should have been so much more incisive. Able to close down the shot. An authoritative challenge, but it will be a corner.
The pressure is still on.
Well, not great on the accuracy front. Goal kick here. Delap. And Chelsea have given us away. And that's great work to make sure it didn't go over the line. 10 minutes to go then. Now, can they hit them on the counter? Well, it came to nothing in the end. And given free rein to run. And there it is, a goal. But will it be purely a consolation at this stage of the proceedings? They haven't been at their best. Oh, got into position brilliantly. Plenty of support here. But quick thinking defensively. And it's opening up. Element of risk there, but he's won the ball. And really discomfited by the press. That is a very fine challenge in difficult circumstances. Dybala! Oh, it's a terrific challenge.
Brilliant defending at such an important moment.
Well, a really good run. And a good-looking ball. Full time it is. And I'll tell you what, this might come back to haunt them. A hard result to take. And now a clear gap between them and the top dogs.
Well, if you play like that, Derek, you're going to lose games. They do still have time to bounce back, but they need to play better next time out. Otherwise, their hopes of winning the title
Can I have your attention, please? For the last time before I leave. On second thought, I changed my mind. Been in this graveyard all my life. I'll do whatever I want. I'll see who I wanna see. Whenever I want, I'll be whatever I need. Now I'm gone, quick as a gunshot, born to run, can't be held up. Now I'm free, finally. You packed my, but it's nothing I needed. You can fool some people some of the time, and I was one of those fools. But you can't fool everyone all the time, 'cause it catches up with you. Now I'm gone, quick as a gunshot, born to run, can't be held up. Now I'm free, finally. You packed my, but it's nothing I needed. Now I'm gone, now I'm free, born to run, nothing I need.
A friendly in name, but don't take it literally. A lot of meaning here for both teams as they try to refine their respective games and put into action what they've... Hello everyone, great to be with you from Stamford Bridge. I'm Derek Ray and delighted to have Stuart Robson sharing commentary duties with me. And given the situation in the title race, a positive display is what they need if they are to stay in the hunt. What might we see today?
They're 90 minutes away from losing the...
Decides to shoot. Oh, strained every sinew to get there. And deciding to go short with this one. Trying to tee it up. Well, no examination at all for the goalkeeper, and on that basis, he's going to be a bit cross with himself. Brian Cristante. Artem Dovbyk. Nicely timed tackle. He's in behind. What a block! And winning it back. Trevor Chalobah. On to Delap. Well, this looks really productive. What can they do from this position? And he read it well defensively. Oh, danger here. Now, who can he play it to? Caicedo. Cole Palmer. Chance to put them in front. Oh, a challenge that simply had to be won. And defensive play to be applauded. Well, the attack looks promising. But a good piece of defending to bring it to an end. Marlin takes aim. And he's done well to tip it over the bar. Paulo Dybala with the corner. Well, a struggle to get it away properly. Well, it just petered out. Cucurella. Fernandez. Now with Palmer. Well, taken away. He won the ball. Can he find the right pass? Pedro. Can he put them in front? But it was a wonderful chance. But the goalkeeper comes through.
Yes, Derek, we have to give credit to the keeper, but surely he should have scored there. That's a big, big chance.
Pellegrini. Clean challenge. Palmer. Dybala purposefully. Dybala! That was going in. Throw-in has been awarded. Brian Cristante. Well, there was impending danger, but good defending. Now Chelsea showing good width. Moises Caicedo. Terrific piece of anticipation. Dovbyk. Well, it could be on for him here. Well, there's a textbook example of how to press the ball. João Pedro. And a tidy tackle. Moises Caicedo. Dybala. Could be threatening. And in it goes! We can't say yet for sure, but it could be a title-winning goal.
No wonder they're celebrating. Can they hold their nerve now? Well, here's the replay, and he shows great awareness to play this through ball. And then the shot is emphatic. He strikes it with such power, the keeper has no time to react. What a good finish.
Well, he's certainly not alone, but they took care of the situation defensively. Well, they know they need to stop him. And covering tremendous ground here. And the chance slips away.
Well, they stopped that move in its tracks. That was excellent defending.
That's a good pass. There it is! Magical moment. Surely one hand on the trophy.
Well, history beckons. Surely they can't throw this away now.
So underway again, and a 2-0 advantage here. And firing it. And the keeper taking it cleanly. Daniel Malen. Dovbik. And winning it back. Liam Delap. Now with Caicedo. Interception to snuff out the danger. Threads it nicely. Nice looking move. Looking to lift one. Oh, how about that for a chip? Savour it. Pure brilliance.
Well, here it is again, and it's all about the pace on the counter-attack. They were so quick to break out from their defensive positions, and the finish is so clever. He just gets his toe under the ball and dinks it over the keeper. That's a lovely goal.
Will it happen for them? Well, there's a living, breathing example of positional sense. And unfortunately for him, he had worked his way into an offside position.
And I think everybody in the ground could see that was always going to be offside.
Dovbik. It's with Dybala. Daniel Malen. And denied by the post. Well, that's the end of that for now. Cole Palmer. Just 1 minute of stoppage time, say the officials. Oh, fine play, and maybe it'll set something up. Oh, a smart stop. Over it comes. And the first 45 minutes have come and gone here at Stamford Bridge. So the second half begins. Who will steal the show? Well, that's how to keep the opposition at bay. And plenty of space for this Chelsea attack. Was it a great clearance? Well, the keeper wanted to take it cleanly and did. Pellegrini. Malen with it. Danger building. Will it be? Oh, commanding goalkeeping. And responsible for the corner is Dybala. Just like that, they have the ball again. And it's a quality pass. A smart stop here. Trying to pick out a teammate, but the keeper takes command of the situation. And putting paid to the danger.
Yeah, that's not the area to mess about. Good clearance.
Element of risk there, but he's won the ball. Now, will they pay for that? Has to be. And he finds the net. He could hardly miss.
Well, as you can see here, Dybala gets beyond the challenge of the defender, and from there, the end result was never in doubt. He just goes round the keeper and slots it home. Lovely finish.
Enzo Fernandez. Well, beating his opponent, but stout defending when it mattered. Well, doesn't have to do it on his own. Real chance. And this time it's in. Fabulous goal. And just look at the celebrations. Angelino. Malen with it. Mancini. And now with Angelino. Dybala. And very nicely positioned to win it back. Given away again. Angelino. And a throw coming up after a really fine piece of tackling. Dovbyk. Dybala. Dybala, that was untidy. Delap. Perfectly positioned to take it away.
Excellent reading of the situation.
Well, not quite precise enough when all was said and done. Not really typical of Dybala to give it away like that. He fancies it. Oh, got everything behind it. Can he deliver it with accuracy? Well, not the best clearance. A bit disappointing in the end. Well, a poor attempt at a challenge, and on he goes. Priority was to hang on to the ball, which he did. Daniel Malen. Dybala. Oh, that's fine defensive play. Now, can they hit them on the counter? Pedro Neto. Can they do it? A goal! That's two for him today. They simply can't stop him. No wonder he's celebrating. Pellegrini. And cutting it out. Oh, it's a superb challenge. Very timely.
Oh, what a piece of defending that was.
And into the last 15 minutes of action. And with that, the attack fizzles out. And the goalkeeper will claim it. Foul, but rightly play on. And he's made headway. Oh, it looked as though he might be through. Not so. Brilliant pass. Nice looking move. And a high degree of difficulty there for the keeper.
Well, he's just pulled off a brilliant save there. That had goal written all over it.
Oh, it might be. Oh, a superb save to snuff out the danger. And he's fired over the corner. Not quite the clearance they were hoping for. Could catch them on the break. Room to roam for Chelsea on the wing. And offside, unfortunately. Brian Cristante. And fine work from Chelsea to win the ball back. He has teammates around him. Well, they wanted the penalty and they've got one. Well, no card handed out. He gets away with a rebuke.
Well, a lot of referees would have booked him there, but I'm with him on this one. No yellow card for me.
A goal! Calmly taken spot kick.
Sees the keeper go slightly early and just lifts it down the middle. Brilliant goal.
Well, how about this? 4-3. Mehmet Zeki Çelik. Oh, disappointing end to that. Five minutes left. Well, it's gone out of play under real duress. Pedro Neto. The onus is on Chelsea to be positive with time running out. Opportunity here. And that'll be a Chelsea ball. And just like that, broken up. Good piece of closing down. Donyell Malen. Oh, this is looking promising. Looked as though there might be a threat, but not so in the end. Good defending.
They didn't allow that to develop, did they? Good organisation, I would say.
Through on goal. That levels it. And my goodness, different equation now.
Well, that really has made it interesting. They've got to get their minds back on this one.
So on with the game, and I'll tell you what, you'll be hard-pressed to see a better, more spirited fight back than this one. Still level, but Chelsea on the attack, near the end. Can he put them in front? It's gone in, and what a pivotal goal it could be in terms of the title race.
Well, that really could be it, unless they respond quickly here. Well, let's see this again. The vision to play this through ball is superb, and the finish is just as good. That's an excellent goal.
Full time then, the task facing them was to win the game, to keep the title race alive, and that's exactly what they've done.
Well, I thought the contest would be over, but what a good display that was. If they can take this form into the next match, they could turn this around.
No two ways about it. He really has brought his in. Don't be deceived by the friendly tag. Yes, a chance for the two coaches to try out some new tactical elements. But the two sides never like to lose a football match and will give everything to emerge victorious. Next on EA TV. Stamford Bridge is the venue. I must say the weather has certainly cooperated. It's beautiful here today. I'm Derek Ray and delighted to have Stuart Robson sharing commentary duties with me. And what we have for you is a showdown for the title. The issue will be decided once and for all on the back of this game. How do you see this one going?
It all comes down to this, a one-game shootout. Who will play at their best? Who will hold their nerves? We'll know in 90 minutes. This should be an absolute cracker.
Might lead to a chance. No, high quality defending. And this is how it looks for Chelsea. Reece James starts with Cucurella in the fullback positions. And rather than use a strike partnership, they've gone with just the one player in attack. And here's the Roma starting 11. Gianluca Mancini plays alongside Evan Ndika in central defence. Lorenzo Pellegrini plays. Must be! And that, a piece of goalkeeping you're going to see again and again and again. Trying to deliver it accurately. Brian Cristante. Mehmet Zeki Çelik. Artem Dovbyk. A bit wasteful in possession from Roma. To put them in front. He's done it! And that changes the title dynamic considerably.
Well, they're left with a mountain to climb now. We need to see a quick response. Well, here it is. Head down, hit through the ball and get it on target. That's a top-class finish. There was no stopping that.
And back underway. 1-0 it is. Ndika. And now with Angelino. Pellegrini. Good movement. He'll try his luck here. Oh, strained every sinew to get there. Now sending it in. Determined goalkeeping. Really good interception.
Yeah, that's the way to win the ball back. Good reading of the game.
In behind for him to chase. Can he finish? In it goes! They've cut through them again and cut substantially into the hopes of having a party.
Well, what a time to fall apart. They've completely lost their discipline here. Well, as the replay shows, it all started with that perfectly weighted ball over the top of the back line. And then what a finish. That's been hit with such power and pace. The keeper has no time to react. It's a brilliant strike.
Dybala. Lorenzo Pellegrini with it. And a really good diving stop. Well, they fancy a short one. Now what can they do from here? Oh, terrific save! Well, the short corner routine. An attack that had potential.
Yeah, right place at the right time there. Good defending.
Will it happen for them? Oh, it looked really promising for them. Caicedo. Now, options are plenty. Moises Caicedo. Gives it a go. Oh, how did he keep that out? Trying to pick out a teammate. Pellegrini could reduce the deficit. Well, it smacks into the gloves of the goalkeeper. Given away by Chelsea. Well, beating his opponent. Will it be? There it is! Magical moment. Surely one hand on the trophy.
Well, history beckons. Surely they can't throw this away now. Well, here it is again. He goes past his marker so easily with just a drop of the shoulder. And once he gets onto it, he just smashes it past the keeper with great technique. What an emphatic finish that is.
Joao Pedro. And Chelsea have given us away. A real opening now. Oh, yes! It's gone in! And now a chance for them to revel in the moment.
Well, here's the replay, and just look how quickly they break forward once they win the ball back. And then through on goal, he just goes for power and smashes it past the keeper. There's no stopping that. What a great finish.
And Roma with the ball once more. And he might be through here. And a goal! They just keep believing. Who's to say they can't do it now?
Well, let's look at this again. To pick out this pass shows wonderful vision. It's inch perfect. And then Dybala finishes it with so much quality. Just look how much power he hits this with. It's a top-class goal.
Pedro. Just like that, they have the ball again. And thanks to the goalkeeper, they get away with it after what was a blunder. Now, how about the short corner? Fernandes. Trevor Chalobah. Chance to cross. Just went slightly awry for them there. Delap. Pedro. How did they let that attack come to an end? Well, it really looked as though that was going to be another goal from him.
Well, a chance for his second there. Probably should have done a bit better there, really.
Enzo Fernandez. He read the situation defensively and did his job. Dovbyk. Now can he get on the end of this one? And into the clutches of the goalkeeper. Well, after pressing like that, maybe the short route to goal. Dybala to level matters. The equaliser it is. So many twists and turns in this title race.
Well, there's an inquest going on, but it's about how they react now. They need to regroup and go again.
So on with the game, and I'll tell you what, I'm not sure we could be entertained anymore. He has teammates around him. Enzo Fernandez. Cucurella. Could be troublesome. And the decision is one of offside here. One minute of stoppage time has been added on. Can he put them in front? Oh, it's in! And as things stand, they will be crowned champions.
Well, they're in the driving seat. Can they now see this through? Well, here's the goal again, and it's a great ball to put him through. Good vision to set up the chance. And when he gets onto it, he holds off the challenge, keeps his balance, and makes good contact with the ball. That's a top-class finish.
21.
And with that, the first half draws to a close. Eye-catching and effective. So back underway here into the second half. Dybala. Malen with it. Well, they couldn't take advantage of the opportunity. Well, maybe a good position from which to counter. And the flag has gone up, just when he looked ready to pounce, perhaps.
Well, he was just too static in the end, which is a shame because that was a dangerous situation.
Now opening things up. And the pass deftly cut out. Dybala. And possibilities here. Determined defending. Liam Delap. Just have to make sure they don't get caught on the counter-attack. He's in with a chance. And a goal! Bingo! It could happen for them today.
And what a crucial goal that could be in the title race. They need to keep pushing, though. They do need another. Well, here's the replay. Watch how he goes past his man with such ease, and it's just a change of pace. And then through on goal, he just goes for power and smashes it past the keeper. There's no stopping that. What a great finish.
Angelino. Artem Dovbyk. Dybala! In it goes! But wait a minute, that will not count.
Well, that was tight, but he was just offside. It was a good finish, though.
Trevor Chalobah. Now with Palmer. Well, there's a really stylish piece of running. And a useful cross. A bit disappointing in the end. Super pass. To give them the advantage. And a goal! In the lead again. Fully deserved. And I must say, I'd have to go back quite a few years to remember the last time I covered a game with a scoreline of 5-4. Enzo Fernandez. Trying to tee it up. Oh, read it magnificently. Tremendous defending.
Well, that was a case of what might have been.
And Chelsea looking dangerous. And the decision offside here. Dybala. Brian Cristante. Oh, it's on! A goal! two for him today. They simply can't stop him. No wonder he's celebrating. Enzo Fernandez. Delap. And the flag has gone up here. Offside the decision. Dovbyk. Well, spot on with that challenge. Liam Delap. Shaping to shoot. Brilliant save. Short corner favoured. Couldn't keep the momentum going.
That really was a lovely bit of defending there.
And support available. Roma regaining possession. Oh, it looked really promising for them. Artem Dovbyk. Lorenzo Pellegrini with it. Dybala. And both hands on it. Good goalkeeping. And Chelsea moving the ball forward. What can they do from here?
The game of the silver hatchback device is played GR55JKK. Please contact your
Threading it.
security guard.
Dybala. Real chance. Well, still a chance. And a goal. Well, it looks easy when you can put them away like that.
Well, the initial save is a good one, as you can see, but unfortunately it dropped straight to an opponent. A bit unlucky, really.
For the visitors, number 21.
And into the last 15 minutes of action. Adarabayo. Now with Delap. Can they do it? It's gone in! And well, he might celebrate on the back of that. Mehmet Zeki Çelik. And teammates around him. But quick thinking defensively. And passing it through. And the flag does go up, offside. Liam Delap. Oh, surely! And there's the finish! They remain alive! Time is against them, but you never know! What a story! Dybala. Sloppy in possession from Roma. The clock is not on Chelsea's side, but it's not over for them. But timely defending when it mattered. Dybala. Good tackle. Well, good idea. This could level it. Well, it's astonishing. A very unlikely comeback. But now they are level, having trailed by 3. So they get the game restarted, and the story here, back from the brink. Progress made by Chelsea, and at this late stage, a goal could be decisive. Fine pass. Offside it is, but he needed sharp eyes to make that decision.
Well, it's fine margins, isn't it? But in the end, he just went too early.
Cucurella. Good-looking move. Oh, you'll have a go. Well, it was straight at the keeper, but technically good goalkeeping. Well, nicely cut out. Now what can they do with the ball? Dovbik. Full time, not just in this game, in the title race as well. The title bid scuppered by the narrowest of margins.
Well, it's a terrible way to lose the title, but they can't do anything about it now, apart from watching their opponents lift the trophy.
And now they prepare to walk together in anticipation.